Welcome to the next video in this course talking about Azure Active Directory advanced features. In this video, I want to highlight multi-factor authentication, company branding, and advanced reporting. Three interesting enterprise-oriented features available out of Azure Active Directory. Let me start with multi-factor authentication. Multi-factor authentication is one of the currently most secure ways for authenticating against cloud applications, but also against on-prem applications. It's based on an authentication validation, which requires more security than just a username and a password. It's based on three different things. Something you know, like a username and a password. Something you own, can be a smart card, can be a phone. And something you get in return out of pre-authenticating using a PIN-coded token or a one-time password. Multi-factor authentication is nothing new. It's nothing Azure specific. A lot of other third-party applications and vendors are already using it. Think of your e-banking application, think of Google, Facebook, who in meantime also recognize multi-factor authentication. Or using Office 365 as a Microsoft example, also has multi-factor authentication available. Out of Azure Active Directory, if you remember from the previous video, I talked about the free standard and premium edition, where multi-factor authentication is available for Azure AD standard and premium. Another feature we have is company branding. Now, company branding points to your authentication portal, authentication window when connecting to Azure Active Directory, where company branding itself is not really a specific security feature like multi-factor authentication. It's pretty interesting because it emphasizes to the end user, like, hey, you're logging on to your corporate webpage, to your corporate company credentials. Next to that, it provides a seamless login experience to the end user, and it's being triggered from entering your company domain alias. And then the third one, Azure Active Directory reporting. Azure Active Directory includes security, activity, and auditing reports. The reporting data about sign-in activity from your users is about 1 hour old. There's, for the time being, no real-time information available, although it depends a bit on the number of users, the number of sign-in attempts, and even the region where your users are located. The reports can be pulled up on screen in the portal and can also be exported to CSV files. And then, to give you some examples, but some of these will come back in a demo, is about security and about user activity, like give me a list of all sign-in from unknown sources or sign-in from multiple geographies. Or from an activity perspective, what are the different cloud applications that my user is using, or what happened around password reset activity. So really interesting feature available in Azure AD Basic and Premium. Which brings me to the last slide in this video, inviting you for the next part, where I'm going to talk about integrating Azure Active Directory with public SaaS applications.